KIDO Talk Radio. Happy Saturday afternoon, everybody. Kevin Miller inviting you to our new show, Welcome Home from Garden Plaza at Valley View. We've got a lot of wonderful stories, wonderful ideas about, well, just about the great life here in the Treasure Valley. Joining us now is Pam Sturberg, the general manager. Pam, good to have you with us.
Great to be here.
And by the way, special guest, Jeanette Cook. Jeanette, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Indeed. Pam, let's talk a little bit about Garden Plaza. What makes it so special?
Our community, our residents make it special. Residents like Jeanette. Tell us a little bit about what you do on your day at Garden Plaza.
Oh, I take in all the activities. They have a lot of things to do.
Okay, like what? We're right here right now. Everybody's having lunch, having a good time.
Yeah, exercise class. I go to that. And any of the programs are all wonderful. I like that.
What's your favorite thing to do? I know what it is.
Dance.
And who's your dancing partner?
Vinny.
Oh, wow.
And you are on our commercials. You're on at all our dances. And Vinny's a wonderful dancer, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us how you got to know him.
He had a caretaker at that time, and she invited me to go with him because she knew I liked to dance. That's how I got acquainted with him.
And how often do we dance here at Valley View?
Quite a lot. Uh-huh.
At least a couple times a month. We
Yeah.
try and do something that you can get out and
Yeah,
get dressed up.
Oh, yeah. I love that part of it.
Right.
I love to dance. Uh-huh.
Sure. Like Justin Timberlake. Dance, 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 right?
Yeah, there you go.
Right, exactly. Certainly we love the smiles on the faces here. Pam, when we talk about, the idea of a place where people can call home, what makes Garden Plaza so special?
The people that live here, our community, and then our staff. We have, this is our residents' home, and the staff that's here is here to serve them and make their lives better, enhance their quality of life, bring them great activities, wonderful food, a beautiful place to live. We clean their apartments and help them do their general day-to-day things so that it frees them up to have a life outside of taking care of day-to-day mundane things like laundry and housekeeping and cooking. We do all that for them so that they can enjoy the activities and our grounds and their apartments.
Jeanette, what about you? What's a day like for you here?
Oh, they're all good.
Yeah.
Everybody's friendly, and I take in all the activities.
Well, I think we covered the dancing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We did cover the dancing. As far as, games and friendship and just the community, can you tell us a little bit about what that's like here?
Just seem like everybody's friendly, and we enjoy. I enjoy it very much, yeah.
I can imagine there are a lot of conversations.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Any that you'd like to share with us here?
I can't think of anything right
How
off.
did you come to be here, Jeanette?
Let's see. I'm trying to think who told me this was where to come.
Right.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll get back to you in a minute.
Okay.
We'll talk to Pam here.
Yeah.
When we take a look at your website, a tradition of excellence in Boise, independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, rehabilitation. Let's go through that. Independent living, what does that mean here at Garden Plaza?
Independent living is where our residents have up to 2 meals a day. They have all the activities and transportation. Transportation's a very big part of senior living. We have where we take them to the grocery store, we take them to doctor's appointments, we take them to anything that they need to do, even to the gym to exercise. We have a membership at Axion. We have quite a few ladies that go over and do the aquatic swim in the morning. So our transportation picks up so that they're taken to the places they need to be by a driver and personally delivered there and brought back to Garden Plaza. We do housekeeping once a week in Independent, and our residents also have a call system so that they have 24-hour security. We have fobs for the doors so that they feel like they can come and go as they please, but still have the security of being able to know that we know everybody that's in the building and that it's friends and family. So our assisted living is a little bit different. When they move down to assisted living, we have full-time 24-hour caregivers. We have med techs, and we have levels of care so that they can stay through end of life. In our rehab and senior living, They have rehab, so if you come out of the hospital and you need a little tune-up, you've had something happen, you can go in on your Medicare days for as long as you need to strengthen and get back to the point where you return to independent living or assisted living. And there are some special occasions where you need skilled nursing, and we have a 32-unit skilled nursing on premise. So we cover everything from living independently to having 24-hour assistance to rehab and long-term care skilled nursing 24 hours a day.
Now, Jeanette, does any of this ring true with you? Or you?
I was just going to say I kind of agree with her. That's very good.
How's the shopping?
Pardon?
Shopping?
Oh, shopping?
Mm-hmm.
I just have the one room, so I don't buy a lot of,
Sure.
I don't have room for a lot of stuff, so, but I
Right.
do enjoy it once in a while.
Right, to get out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What would you like to say to people that maybe they're thinking of a place to go, or their loved one is listening right now on KIDO Talk Radio and saying, Garden Plaza, Valley View, okay, what's so good about it?
Well, most everything I could say is good, yeah. I enjoy all of it,
All right.
yeah.
Well, Jeanette, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll let you go eat.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about the staff here, the care. How dedicated are the folks here at Garden Plaza?
I think that there's a lot of tenure in our building. So my activity director, for example, has been here 24 years. My chef, who came over from England, has been here 8 years. We have most of my servers that are behind us have been here anywhere from 3 to 10 years. We have longevity in our assisted living with our caregivers, which I think is a hard commodity to come these days, to find dedicated staff to take care of everyone. And also, I think they're all here for the right reasons. I think if you're working in senior living, it's not a job. It needs to be something that you enjoy and a lifestyle. I tell everyone in orientation that if it's not fun to be here and you're not going to enjoy it, then it's not the place for you, because this is their home. The reasons we come here are to take care of them. We knock on the doors before we enter. They have apartments that they can feel comfortable, that they go in and lock the door, and that everybody's going to knock before they enter and respect their privacy and dignity. We have a lot of things that we offer for the continuum of care based on the fact that we do have a full-time RN on site and in property. We have a full-time activities director with 2 assistants, so we specialize in activities that are for our assisted living and then activities that are for independent living. And also we have some people that live in assisted living that will come over and spend an afternoon or an evening doing activities in independent living because they still want to play bridge with their card players. They want to not lose the variety that they get by living in that's what you get when you stay in a community and continue through the different places. Your apartment can be wherever you want it to be, and you can still enjoy all activities throughout the building.
Well, and, this is a situation that hits all of us. Mm-hmm. What to do when we get older, what to do when we're looking for our parents. This is something that is mainstream in society today. How important is it for your staff to have a level of trust with the residents here? What is that? That's not just a word to the staff, whether it's the servers, whether it's the chef, whether it's you, whether it's the activity director. What does that mean?
What it means to us is that we are here for our residents. That's our main concern. They come first. When you get into senior living, you need to realize that everyone comes here at a different time in their lives. It may be a crisis. It may be a life choice. But most of the time it's because they need someone. And we need to be that person and be there for them and make sure that their quality of life is the best that we can help to enhance, to make them feel that this is their home and that by coming here they're making their lives better.
Well, and again, that is so important. If we could, let's talk a little bit about when you meet with someone's family or an individual to establish the trust that we are going to take care of your loved one, whether it's 2 a.m, whether it's Christmas Day, whether you're out of town.
I think that the main thing is that when you come into our building and first meet myself or the staff, we have to be educated in all levels of what there is in senior housing and senior living. So depending on if you're coming in here looking for assisted living or independent living, or if you've had a life-changing crisis, it may have been someone falling. It may have been a death in the family or a spouse. Those are times that what our staff does for you is help you to guide and offer you the different levels of senior care that you can choose what the best environment is for you. So if you come in the door and you start out at our assisted living because you've had a fall and been through rehab and you're feeling better now, 3 months later you can move into independent living and resume a more active life. And then 2 or 3 years down the road, you may need assisted living again. So we offer all of those levels that come to play, and we can guide a family through what sometimes is thought of as the worst crisis in your life can only be an enhancement to your mom or dad's future. If you're placed in the right, if you come somewhere you're comfortable being, you're in the right setting, you're getting good care, you trust the people you're with, it does nothing but make your life better. Most of the time, our seniors are home alone or have been getting more homebound every day, and these communities offer them the activities and the level of friendship and support and housing, and also just people to greet them every morning, let them know what's going on, be able to touch.
And people really care.
And people care. People care. If you're here and you love being here and whether it's your friends at your table and your table mates or the people you dance with or the people that you go in and pay your bill through, at Valley View you do the same. You see the same people every day for different things, and we all support everyone.
More coming up. You're listening to 107.5 FM, 580 AM, Garden Plaza of Valley View, a senior living community, talking about aging, talking about care. Right here, you're listening to Welcome Home on KIDO Talk Radio. KIDO Talk Radio, great to have you with us on 107.5 FM, 580 AM. Welcome home, Garden Plaza of Valley View. We continue on. Pam, we have a young lady here who is our guest. Her name's Mary. Mary, how are you?
I'm just fine, thank you.
You are. Tell us a little bit about your days here at Garden Plaza.
Well, we knew a little bit about the facility before we came, so we were not surprised at how wonderful they are, how well they accept new people, how helpful, friendly. It's wonderful.
You just recently moved in, didn't you? You just recently moved in.
Yes, we've been here. We're going on our second month.
And you and your husband came from your home?
Yes, we lived in Willowbrook Estates in Garden City, a retirement community.
And you sold your home and
yes, we
relocated?
Sold our home. We were ready to quit worrying about keeping the lawn watered and green. And after 70 years of cooking and cleaning, I was ready for a rest.
I don't blame you. What have you found that you like the most since you've come here?
Well, I like everything about it. It's clean, it's friendly, there's plenty to do to keep you busy if you want to be. I enjoy the exercises we both do. And opportunity to learn new things, whatever you're doing.
And you live here with your husband, correct?
Yes.
How many years have you been married?
It'll be 71 this month.
And you did have people you knew prior to moving in here, didn't you? Have people you knew here?
Yes, we did. We have 2 people here from Willowbrook, and we've known others who have come and passed away. So we've known about it.
What's your favorite? Why did you make the decision finally to sell your house? Just because of your lawn and the hard work?
Well, we're 92 years old, and we don't know how many more years we have left. But why not come to a place where you can relax and enjoy yourself, enjoy the last years that you have?
How's your family enjoyed you making this move?
Well, we lost our son last year, so we only have one granddaughter, and she doesn't live around here. So as far as the cousins and a nephew and others that we have, they were glad for us to be here.
And we made your move here was very simple. I think the hardest thing people have to do is pick the furniture, pick what they want to bring, and see how it gets from your house to that apartment.
Well, it wasn't too difficult because my husband is a woodworker, and he has made some furniture, and we brought everything that he made that we could find room for.
And that's great to have those pieces
Yes, it
along
is.
with you.
Yes.
Yeah, I know I have a gentleman who brought his chandelier here, and we hung it up.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
One of my residents from Germany brought a chandelier, and so we
Wow.
hung it up in his living room so
Well,
that it would feel like home for him.
Right. Well, being surrounded with your own things makes a lot of difference, I think. It isn't quite such a shock to be moving into a new area.
Right, and in your 2 bedrooms, you have 2 bathrooms also.
Yes, we do. Yes.
And that helps with you have a bathtub and a shower, so you
Yes.
get to have the best of both
Yes.
worlds.
Yes, we do. And we were used to that in our home, and it would be hard to give it up if we didn't have it. That's what I enjoy about the 2-bedroom units, because they do have 2 bathrooms. Yeah.
Right. And you found a welcoming committee coming into the dining room and fit in and enjoy
Oh,
it?
yes, yes. We met so many people the first few days, and I was trying to remember names, but that's a little difficult. I recognized the face person that I had met, but the name escaped me, but they're so willing to repeat.
Yeah.
No.
You also had an estate sale and did all those things people do when they move into senior housing. It all went well for you?
Yes, we were very satisfied. We had a wonderful lady that took care of the sale of the house and also did the estate sale. And she did a marvelous job, and we're very happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah, and I know that Jen, who works as our sales manager, sales director, she helped you with some of those things.
Oh, yes, she's been super. Don't let her go. You keep her as long as you can.
But it is someone like that helps show you the way.
Oh, yes, yes. There was no problem whatsoever in getting answers to any questions that we had or anything else we needed to know.
She even helped you set up the movers so that it was easier?
Yes. We didn't have to do any of that. And this is another thing that we liked about the move is that it was out of our hands. We turned it over to both of them, to Jennifer and Lisa, and they did it all.
And that makes your life so much easier.
Oh,
You can
yes,
see how to get there.
definitely. Yes.
So moving day was a good thing,
Right.
not a traumatic day.
Well, we were used to moving often in my husband's career, so it was just one more opportunity to meet new people and have new things to do.
Sounds good. And the great thing is the housing market's good enough that your house sold right away.
Right. Our house sold in 1 week.
Yep.
Hmm.
And that's a positive.
Yes, it is.
You've waited a while for that.
Oh.
Anything else, Mary, you'd like to share with us?
Not especially.
All right. Well, we'll let you get back to lunch.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
By the way, you're listening to Welcome Home. We're right here at Garden Plaza at Valley View. If you have a question, concern, a thought, Pam, you're standing by to talk to folks if they have a question on what they can do to help themselves, maybe a loved one.
One thing about my job here as a general manager is, yes, you're available 24/7, 7 days a week. These jobs aren't Monday through Friday and you lock the door and go home. It's a career. It's a lifestyle. You learn that taking care of everyone is a privilege, and you enjoy it, and you want to be a part of their lives. And that means that your phone's on 24 hours a day. You take phone calls at night and know what's going on and what's happening in our residents' lives so that we can help them through anything that comes up.
And if you have a question, 208-322-0311. That number again, Garden Plaza, 208-322-0311. Or you can go to valleyviewret.com. That's valleyviewret.com. Your thoughts on what Mary said. I didn't know that, the staff helps people with moving, estate sales, not just here, but before they get here, their expertise in the subject.
I think that the biggest part of choosing Valley View is the support that we do as far as the red carpet in and making sure that residents get the assistance and phone numbers and people connections to make it happen. The hardest thing that residents find when they're making or families is how do I get from sitting in this chair in my living room to living in that apartment. And how that works is that Jen, who's my sales director, we put together a team, whether it's needing a realtor or needing a moving company. We have those types of people set up that we're one phone call away. And we even are doing a move-in special where we pay for their moving expenses. And then at that point, if they still have a mortgage on their house, we're doing some compensations for that because houses right now your realtors are saying move out. Declutter your homes, put them up for sale. And our market's good enough right now that if we can help them to do that by providing the services that show them how to get moved and then help them with the estate sales. Like she said, her home sold in 1 week. And we've had more phone calls saying, oh, wait, we put the house on sale. Realtors want us out. We need to move next week. How do we do it? And that's what we're best at. We relocate them, we bring them in, and the first night here, it should look just like home when they get here.
Well, that would be the challenge, getting people through that first night.
Yep.
Easier said than done, and we heard from Mary about the welcoming committee and people here. They care.
Yes.
All right, much more coming up here as we continue on. You're listening to 107.5 FM, 580 AM, the new show, Welcome Home. We're going to have another guest coming up here in a minute. It's a great time, folks. If you're interested, you have some questions about independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, rehabilitation, why not call our friends right now at Garden Plaza of Valley View. Their number, 208-322-0311. You're listening to KIDO Talk Radio. KIDO Talk Radio, thank you for joining us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Our new show, Welcome Home, of Garden Plaza at Valley View. We continue on talking about some great things. By the way, if you have a question concerning assisted living, rehabilitation, skilled nursing, independent living, why not give our friends here at Garden Plaza, a senior living community, a call. Their number, 208-322-0311. That number again for Garden Plaza, 208-322-0311. Pam, we've got another special guest with us.
We do. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Introduce myself? Well, I'm Lee Eisenbarth. I'm originally from Caldwell, moved over to here, and with her advice and suggestions, I moved in over here. I came over with my wife, but we had a situation with my wife that we were unable to place her here, so I found an independent living facility for her, and I remained here. So I have been very, very pleased with the service. In fact, so far, each request that I've requested has been filled out. So it's a nice setting here, and they do have a lot of different kinds of activities. I don't know what already you've discussed or talked about, but there are facilities here in regard to activities. So the only thing I don't miss here, or that I do miss, they haven't got an 18-hole golf course. But other than that, I guess that's something I'll talk to Pam about. Maybe we can get that for something in the future.
I have the acreage. I'd do it. So, Lee, do you mind sharing a little bit about your wife? She actually, do you mind if I say where she moved?
Well, my wife has dementia. And so, therefore, due to the fact that we tried it for an evening or two over here when we moved in, and while I was moving in, she wandered off. And the situation was that it was a fact that it's a non-lock facility, and so therefore wouldn't meet, I understand, the insurance requirements. And so therefore I needed to find another setting for my wife. And it's worked out real well. I was able to find a facility close by so that at least a couple of hours every day I can spend time with her.
And she comes over here for her birthday and
yes.
special events and is still a part of our community. She lives in a very small memory care. It's an individual home. It's a beautiful property, and it's minutes away. and she can still come over here and spend her birthday and meet with family and have lunch.
They've been very service oriented even to her. In other words, if I would like to have her come have a meal with us, they'll work out a meal with her and other activities as well. In fact, she just celebrated her 84th birthday, and so they provided a nice service area for her and came in and had a nice time. I invited my children to be able to come over, and yes, it was very nice.
What'd that mean to you, Lee?
To me personally, fantastic. It was very, very accommodation, and the recreation people were super in making arrangements, and as far as I've seen other activities, they make all kinds of activities available. It's a plus side, definitely.
I think that Lee is an example of a couple that we serve in our community that we look outside of that box. I have several couples that I have a wife that lives in our independent living and her husband lives in our assisted living. We have another scenario where we have a husband that lives in our independent living and his wife lives in our assisted living. With Lee, it was a little bit extreme, but I think that making it as pleasant for you and make the suggestions and help you with that decision makes your life better.
Well, in fact, it was one of their service people that found an area for my wife they were aware of and around in the community, so that I didn't have to go shopping all over the place. They had a facility available, went over, made the interview, and it was a plus side right off the bat. And there was only 3 other individuals there, and the care is fantastic, and whenever I need to have her come over or anything like this, it's available, and they provide a service for her if she's here. So that's a plus, a big plus.
Well, and again, Lee, if you could take us through that uncertainty. It's wonderful that the staff at Garden Plaza took care of you and your wife. That must have been, I can't describe it.
Well, it's something in the back of your mind that you worry about concerning the third at the beginning, that you had high hopes that we would be able to be together because we just also celebrated our 66th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And so therefore it was a big plus that they at least made an effort to find some area that was close enough by that I could still see my wife at various times. I see her every day, so it's a big plus.
That's so very important, isn't it?
Oh, very important, especially after spending some 66 years with her. I think that it's a big plus. Again, I'm always using the word plus, but it's a plus.
Sure. Well, let's describe just some of the activities now. We've heard from a few young ladies about dancing and some of the. What about the activities around here for you?
Well, one of the activities, of course, is the poker playing. We have poker here, this type of stuff into it. It's high finance, nickel, dime, quarter stuff, but it's still a lot of fun. It's an activity. And, of course, they've got their pinochle, and they've got their bridge, and they've got their other card games that are available. So most of it just has to do with what I can do when I can do it and when I can find the time to do it. So there's other activities I can go to. They do have their bus transportation and being able to go downtown to do shopping and whatever that's available. Fortunately, I'm still able to drive, so I use my own vehicle.
How does that make you feel to have the safety, security, and comfort here, but still be independent?
Do I use that same word again?
Sure, you can.
Fantastic.
Fantastic or plus, it's okay.
It's whatever it entails. That's right. Yes.
He is one of our card sharks, though.
Is
there
he?
is a table that Lee's fairly new here, and he fit in very well. And there's a table that they're serious about their cards.
And we also have a pool table, and that type of people to play pool.
Right.
And, of course, you got checkers and other area and other games that you can play. So it's, I think most of it has to do with what you can do and when you want to do it. And I think sometimes I can I attempt to twist Pam's arm a little bit and see whether we can get it available, let's put it that way.
Well, who's the better pool player, you or Pam?
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what. I haven't challenged her yet.
You better be careful. I may actually be good.
Well,
you
that's
don't know
all
it.
right. I'm available.
Lee, what advice would you give people listening right now on the radio that might be thinking about leaving their home, looking for a place to live, like Garden Plaza?
Well, you suddenly find that you have to make a decision. Someone in your family has to be taken care of from a different point of view. And finding a facility like this that's already in operation works much better than my going ahead and have to provide it in my own home and that type of thing. And actually, when you sit down and figure the monetary value of it, it's surprising that I found that my cost analysis of my living in a home and providing all the insurances and all the other situations, it's not all that it's not all that possible from the point of view of finances. It's available. And they were very supportive here in regards to helping out a little bit on my moving and this type of stuff as well. And it's available to us, so yes. I think if you sit down, and one of the things that they have in their catalog is a section that says what it really cost factors here and what you have your cost factors at home, it'll shock you when you start figuring out what it entails.
Well, Lee, anything else? We've got about 30 seconds left in this segment that you'd like to share on your radio debut.
Well, golly Moses, just thanks. I enjoy it here. I haven't been here all as long as some of the residents have, but I've been here just not quite 5 months, and I definitely right now am going to plus side use it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. More coming up next on KIDO Talk Radio. You're listening to Welcome Home on 107.5 FM, 580 AM, KIDO Talk Radio. Good afternoon. Welcome to Garden Plaza Valley View's Welcome Home. Here we are. Pam Sternberg joining us, General Manager, talking about life here at Valley View, Garden Plaza Valley View. The phone number, by the way, if you have a question about assisted living, senior living, taking care of that special loved one in your life, maybe taking care of you, their number, please write this down, 208-322-0311. That's 208-322-0311. And by the way, if you're one of these people that like the internet, valleyviewret.com. That's valleyviewret, one word.com. Pam, we've got a very special guest with us.
We do. Sherry is our activities director. So she's been with Valley View itself for 26 years this month.
That's correct, Pam.
So Sherry has a very unique role here. So one of the most important things that you'll hear from our residents is how active they are, the activities we do, the transportation. There's celebrating our holidays, bringing things to them. Sherry has been doing this for 24 years and not mostly for the residents. Why do you do this?
Well, I truly, find it very important to keep our residents physically, socially, and intellectually engaged. And it's great to have the opportunity to foster that connection with our seniors, with other residents, and helping them find the same likes and interests to share with their peers.
Boy, I can imagine that's never a dull moment.
Well, Sherry has a very interesting role because I don't think a lot of buildings have this. So Sherry has experience in long-term care, which is where you started, in skilled nursing, and then assisted living, and now our independent living. So I had the great idea when I came here. I put Sherry in charge of everything. So Sherry has 2 assistants, and she is able to specialize her activities for assisted living and independent living, and then be able to identify the residents that can do cross activities. So it's an advantage to be able to use all those facilities for families, residents, or even if they're doing business and need a conference room to go and talk about long-term care.
Garden Plaza of Valley View, 208-322-0311. We'll see you all next week. You're listening to KIDO Talk Radio.